So right now I only deal with people and not companies. Can I delete that module?
Just a second. So we're talking about Zoho CRM?
Yeah.
And you want to remove the accounts?
The company's account.
Yes.
I really don't deal with companies, more just clients.
Individuals.
Yes.
Yeah, you can go to the settings.
Okay.
Then you can go to modules and fields.
And that's where you customize it.
Yep. And in the organized modules, you can just uncheck the accounts.
Okay.
And that's it. And then it's gone in the right way.
Are there any modules you cannot delete because it'll mess things up?
The ones that you will not be able to delete. So contacts, leads, so those are built in. You cannot really delete them. I think, one second, I think you can delete all of them. There is a way to remove the leads and contacts. I just have some functionality involved, and this is why you cannot delete them. But
okay.
Yes, you can delete all of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now my question is, I have built 5 apps that are going to be modules in Zoho Creator.
Mm-hmm.
So now I'd like to import them from Creator to CRM.
No idea.
I know. I asked you that before. So I think I'm going to just have to get them to do it. But one question that is in CRM, because I believe I remember where to do it, is when you go to where you want to import them, you can import from file or import from other CRMs. When I go into import from other CRMs, for some reason, and this might have been because I was playing with it before, it says, which CRM are you coming from? And then it says, your migration is in progress. Click here to view status. So I've done that, but I don't know how to stop it.
So wait. So let's say
something is stuck.
So if I go here, the first step would be to drag and drop the CSV files. Did you do that?
Yeah, but the problem is all of my headers. Okay, so if I've configured all of my headers in Creator, like I configured my whole form in Creator.
Okay.
So now I want to know how to get my form from Creator to CRM.
Why don't you just have some kind of a developer that will do it automatically for you, that it will sync?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, because I didn't add all my data to it yet because there was too much data. So I only did the header and one row just to make it like fill out. Yes. So now I got to figure out how to now move it over.
Yeah, I wouldn't do it like that because it means that you need to drag and drop, files all the time.
I know.
This is not the way. You just need a developer for a few hours. It will just make the magic that it will sync between Creator and CRM. That's it.
Okay.
If you need a developer, drop us a line. We'll connect you with few developers that we know that are honest and good, and that's it.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. I'll do that.
Okay. No problem.
Thank you.
No problem. Hello.
Can you hear me now?
Yes. How are you today?
I'm good. Good morning. Sorry for the
morning.
trouble.
Nah, it's all good.
And you did get the name, the pronunciation right. So that's
fantastic.
Awesome. Okay, so this question relates to the subcontractor video that you had out, basically where using the current data in your CRM, you can create a custom link to a form. You can send it to, in your example, it was a real estate, it was I believe an inspector, someone who goes and values does the house value. They come in using the unique link to the property. They can update the value, and then that gets updated in the CRM.
Yep.
I'm actually a CPA, and so what I was hoping for was, every year you have to ask the clients in an organizer, hey, is your address still current? Is your Do you still want to claim the children that you want to claim? So what I was thinking of doing to make life easy for my clients was I was based on their client information that I have on their account record. I
Yes.
was going to send them a link at the beginning of the year saying that, hey, is your information still current? And they can make changes. Let's say they moved, they can put the current address, they don't want to take a dependent, they update all that, and it gets updated in my CRM as soon as they hit the submit button.
Very
Now,
good.
the problem with that is, one, I'm a little bit concerned about security. Like, let's say for whatever reason their email gets hacked, or they forward that link to someone, um, or later they fill the form out once, but then later on they come back and they change information. They're like, oh, we actually, I basically am looking for a way to lock that link down once they've submitted it. Maybe even after, we can say a week, maybe a couple months, but we can do it by time, or we can just do it based on the fact that this link has been used once already.
So I will tell you what, one of my companies is an accounting company, and I will tell you what we're doing.
Okay.
So the way that we are working with our customers is that we have a WorkDrive folder for each client. And in the WorkDrive folder, we ask them to upload everything. And this is for the files. So the end of year, the tax return, receipts, whatever. Everything goes to the WorkDrive. Until here is good? Hello, hello?
Right. Yeah, that's good. We've been using another portal. We're planning to move, but moving so many clients to a new system, we're taking it slow. But yes, my next goal will be to get everyone on WorkDrive. But for now, just for the uploading of documents,
For
we're
the
using
other side.
folder for now.
So let's say that I'm creating now a new form, and the new form will be 2020 taxes. Okay? And here you will have all the fields that you like to push back to CRM. We good?
Right. Right.
Okay. Let's say that you're sending it now and you're planning to have it active for 1 month. After 1 month, when people finishing everything, you just go to the settings, right? And you deactivate. Exactly. You just make it basically inactive.
But what this would mean is that there would be a different form that we'd have to create per year. So this is not
Clone it.
this is a good idea, but for permanent information, things that don't. So what I've done in my system, the way I've designed the CRM, I've made it the account section is for stuff that's permanent, bank account details where they want the refund. Children, I've not put their social security numbers in right now, but just address, things like that. Permanent information is going into accounts, and then year on year information is going into deals, into so basically, let's say I have a tax return job that I need to finish up. That's right now going into the second module, which is deals. My problem becomes, if I put this form out on a year-to-year basis, it'll have to update some part in the deals module, and then some parts in the accounts module, and then if I don't
That's
have
fine.
command center. Okay.
That's
Is that
fine.
possible to put the information in multiple modules?
Yeah. Do you have my Forms course?
I do not, but I can sign up for that.
Yeah, it's a quick course that will show you how to work with the integrations. But when you have the integration right, when you go to the CRM integration, let me try to drag and drop something here. You will have in this section, you will have update existing module, let's say contacts, update related module. For example, if you work on the contact, it will also update the account. So you can do one related module, and the other one will be create new. So you have a way in one form to work on 3 different forms.
I see. Okay, so you're saying
Okay.
from one form I can target multiple modules because of related.
Yeah, correct. You can
wonderful. Okay.
the contact, for example, it's related account and or create a new record. So you can do all those. Now you have one more thing that you can do on the share. On the right side, you see it says enabled. If you turn it off, this form cannot be shared. So there is no link. So whatever you send to the client will not work anymore.
Wait, I don't understand this. What do you mean?
So let's say that right now you're sending your clients to fill the form.
I send them an email template from inside CRM.
You are correct.
Right.
And then people filling the form.
Right.
Once they're stop filling the form, let's say now the due date for the form is April 1st. Now it's April 2nd. You can just turn it off. And now the link that is in the email will stop working.
Will stop working. Perfect. Okay.
Yes.
And I can also, I think there's also a way in Zoho Forms settings to, I think you can expire the form on a certain date, so you don't even have to remember to go in and turn it off. I think there was a way, but
I don't know of this way. Yeah, on survey you can. In forms, I don't know of a way to do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see.
Maybe there is a way, but I'm not familiar with it.
Got it. Thank you so much. This is very helpful.
Okay. No problem.
Unless there's any other questions, I do have one follow-up from your previous week's session.
Let's see. Yeah, no problem. You can go ahead.
Okay. Last week you had mentioned there was a question about pushing and pulling data from one module to the other. So like when there's an update in one module, you wanted to go into the blueprint of the second module. I was wondering if Command Center in CRM is something that handles it, because when Command Center came out, I thought that's what it handles. It handles information or triggers from one module to the other module. Is that right? Do you know what Command Center would do in CRM?
Yeah, I have also a few videos about the Command Center. Let me just show you. Where is the Command Center?
Process management on the second row.
Yes. So the idea with the Command Center is to create some kind of a journey. And based on the journey, you can create automations and you can also report. So if you will see here, you have a lead, for example, and then the lead is converted, and here is already the deal. So the next stages that I will put here as an example, I can continue. You see, I can continue and jump between different modules. The main concept of the Command Center is to create a journey. It's not really to copy information from one place to another. Copying information from one place to another usually will be done using scripting.
So if we continue that logic in the previous one, right, where I'm having permanent information of a client in the accounts module, and then I have the year-on-year tax information on the deals module, because that's something we actively work on. But in our cases, for example, I'll give you an example. A client, if they get divorced, sometimes the husband takes the children in the odd year, and then in the even year, the wife or the spouse will claim their children. So basically, accountants have to remember that every alternate year we have to claim the children on the tax return based on the court settlement that they had. So I was hoping that there would be some information that I could, like, basically a carryover field or a carryover multi-line field that I have in the accounts module, that I would say, hey, every year, remember, you need to do this. So when I go and create, sorry, go ahead.
Usually what you will do, so let's say you have here deal number 1, and this is the tax return for 2020.
Right.
What you can do in 21 is just click on clone, and you start with the baseline of 2020. That's it.
But what I want is information to be pulled from the accounts module.
You will need someone to create you a script. You wouldn't.
Okay, I can do a little bit of scripting, but there's no,
Yep.
you don't think that command center will be helpful in my case? Okay.
No, you will have some kind of a button here. It will say, for example, if I go here, it will say create deal, or maybe you will go to the account, and from here you will have here a button named create deal, and it will pull the information that is relevant
From
for
the
you.
account. From
Yeah,
the account. Okay.
that's the solution.
All right. Wonderful. Thank you so
Okay.
much.
Thank you, Irene. Sorry, Faridi.
No problem.
Thanks.
Thank you, Leo.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, how are you today?
Doing well. I'm been working a lot this week, so I'm just kind of like a dead man walking. But
That's a
yeah.
good thing.
Yeah. How about you? Holding up?
Very good. Yes, I'm good.
Great. Well, my question this week is about contact preferences.
Okay.
I have multiple modules about property updates.
Okay.
And we also have, like monthly emails listened to our clients.
Yes.
And I would love if I was able to basically have like a list. And I say this contact, we can add up to, it'd be great if you could add as many contacts as you want, but sometimes they want us to include their accountant as part of the individuals who get their accounting emails, or property updates may just go to them. And it's just complex enough that I thought maybe you would have a good perspective on how we can have a dynamic when you go to,
I will show you the direction that might work for you. Might not, but my guess it will. Do you know Zoho campaigns?
I do a bit, just
Okay.
for newsletter kind of basic stuff.
That's right. So the base will be that you can create here different campaigns.
Yeah.
Okay, and send emails. Very simple. But there is also one trick behind the scene, and this is the sync services.
Okay.
So let's go. You talked about contacts, right?
Yes.
Now in contacts, do you have any type of criteria for them? If they want to get updates, something?
I've got a pick list for our clients, which is the ones I'm trying to communicate this specifically with.
Okay, and the pick list, what it is? What is this pick list?
Contact type, and it could be client, LLC, blah, 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 blah.
Okay, yeah. And based on that, you will know if you want to send him specific emails. So let's do that. Let's add contact type.
And these would all be specific to that contact, so it's based off their own personal portfolio.
Based on their personal portfolio?
Yeah, based off the deals associated.
Okay, so that will not work.
Oh, okay.
That will not work, no.
Yeah, each email would be different. That's what I was wondering. I wasn't sure if that's possible in campaigns or not.
No, not in campaigns. Tell me more about what you're trying to do. So I understand that you have different people supposed to get customized emails for them, and probably customized means based on their profile. Am I correct?
Exactly. So the contacts, the ones that have that drop-down client, I want them to receive an email for every deal that's associated to them. They'll receive updates for, if the property's late, if it's current, and so forth.
So you want to send, so let's say that I'm your client.
Yes.
I have few deals related to me. And you want to send me an email that is listing all the properties related to me and what their status is?
Correct. Every month we do that. And trying to keep it separated from the one module, which is the deals that tells us the rent status, right?
Mhm.
And then I have another module that handles transactions from bank accounts.
You will be able to do it with some developer help.
Yeah.
The way that the email templates are designed, you just don't have a way. So let's open. I will show you the problem that you will have. So let's say I'm creating a contact template. You will need to have here list of deals, right? 5 deals and their statuses.
Mm-hmm.
There is no way to loop on all the related deals. So if I go, 1 second. See, so if I go here on the contacts, I have access to the account, vendors, users, organizations, sign. I don't have access from contacts to deals.
Exactly.
So that
So
will
then-
not work.
But we can still accomplish a loop within Deluge. I thought there were limitations with loops.
With coding, there is not too much limitation.
Okay.
What I would do, when you click, for example, a button that will say send update, or maybe on a weekly basis, whatever, the script will first of all will pull all the information that you want from the deal, will summarize it in a multi-line, and then the multi-line will appear here. So in your template, you just have the multi-line field that you want, and that will already include all the information that you like. So we're cheating the system a little bit, but that's probably the solution.
Okay. And then if those clients, but then, okay, so under the contact, if I want contact husband and wife and let's say the accountant, am I just going to need 3 separate fields, email 1, 2, and 3? Like there's no way around that. I can't have a list of, all right.
No, it will be
Fair enough.
in the workflow that you are going to create. So you will have here the receptions, and you will have here, let's say, you will have email 1, email 2, email 3, and you just add all of them. And then each one of them will get his own email.
Unless for whatever reason, I would want to go to creating an entire Deluge script to send the email with some sort of...
You can, yeah.
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 But then that still causes other problems. So, okay, but that answers my question as far as what it's going to cost to get what I'm trying to do. So that's good stuff.
It's not expensive.
Yeah.
Nothing is expensive with Zoho. There will be 3 different type of developers that you will find. Developer number 1 will be, the hourly will be inexpensive. So let's say $30 per hour, but he will hit you with 30 hours for the script. There will be developer that he will charge you, 100 per hour. That's usually most of the good developers will charge, but it will take 1 or 2 hours to complete the entire job.
Yeah.
Or you will have the ones that are living in La La Land, and that will be like $100 per hour, but it's 20 hours. The reality in Zoho that nothing takes too much time.
That's good.
Nothing. So if you see something that is more than few $100 for functionality, something is off. It's or he didn't understand what you need from him, or something else is off.
Good to know.
Okay.
All right. Appreciate the help, man. Thanks.
No problem. How do I have someone's data pushed to CRM once they sign up for my service by filling a Zoho form? Very simple, actually. So there is a native integration between Zoho CRM and Zoho Forms. We won't be able to do it right now to teach you everything. Or you can check on YouTube. We have lots of videos about it, or you can just grab a course. We have here the Zoho Forms course that can show you how to do it. The bottom line is that when you are working with the Zoho CRM, you will be able to send a link to your customers, and it will look something like that. So I'm going and creating an email template. And I can put here some kind of a button. And in the button, it will just ask me which form I like to send them. Okay. And if there was a form, it will just populate the form. And then when the person is getting the form, he will click the button and he will be able to see the form. The form can populate information from the CRM. And whenever the form is being submitted back to CRM, the information will be in the CRM, including, if you like, the PDF of the answers, which you keep as a copy. So this is a very, very nice integration between the two systems, relatively very easy to do. Okay? But there are a few more things that people are missing with the forms. For example, lots of forms that are being used, they do not have CAPTCHA. And it's all they're using Zoho CAPTCHA, which is not a good one because it's not fun to work with, or they're not using CAPTCHA at all. And then whenever bots finding the form, they're bombarding with lots of crap. So the idea is to use Google CAPTCHA. So in this course, again, not trying to promote my course, but I'm just saying that there is more to it that there is here, and there is lots of stuff that I have also free of charge on my channel. So that's the quick, long answer. Let me show you another system, Trainer Central. It's a new system that Zoho created. It's basically replacing Teachable, and it's replacing the other applications that you have for online learning, like Udemy. And what I like about this product, I'm right now building my academy on Zoho, of course, because I want to be all in Zoho. But what I liked about it is that, like Teachable or Udemy, you can have recorded sessions, which is great. But they also let you to have access. They let you have access for online webinars. So imagine that you are registering for a Zoho CRM course, and you're able to join a webinar only for the students there that are part of the Zoho CRM course, which right now I cannot do it. Right now I'm using Showtime, and anyone can log to those sessions because it's a public link. So I really like the direction that Zoho took it, and it's actually very, very cool. So the concept or the idea that I'm going to have on Trainer Central is that there will be a time that I will be available for all the students that took specific courses. If they have any question, they log to the session, ask questions, and I think it will help much more than doing those public sessions that everybody jump from one place to another. So I really like what Zoho did with the Trainer Central. They have also lots of other features here. You can go and check it out. I think it's a nice solution. It's still not 100% great. It's still on beta, but they will have a mobile application that you can take the course on. Again, lots of cool stuff. Very, very cool. So Irene is asking, so after my first question, should I delete some of the apps in Zoho One if I do not need them. So in Zoho One, you can have lots of applications. If you use them or not, it's really up to you. I don't think that it hurts to have the applications. And if you will need them, just use them. I don't think that you need to delete them. Just don't use the ones that you don't need.
Hey again. All right. Another one of our challenges we've been having this last little while has been making sure that forms from different parts of our company get taken care of. I've been using a custom task module instead of the stationary one on Zoho. And the best I can figure is creating the timestamp and then making as much noise as possible from the CRM.
So wait, the form is being pushed to Zoho CRM?
Correct.
Okay. When it's coming to, yeah?
Would it be better to just keep the CRM and make it so the module itself uses, the module layout rules and make the form there? Like, how do you guys handle your internal task module? What works best?
So we have a few systems for tasks. System number one will be part of Zoho Connect, and that will be for, I would say, like 50% of our tasks will go here.
Okay.
So we have a board. Let's see if I have a normal board. Yeah. And we have a board, and it will start with new tasks. And then after the new, of course, this is not my real system, right? It's all garbage test. Totally. But the new one, you will have a new task, spending, and so on. And we just drag and drop them based on the progress. So that will be the main one because it's quick and easy. Second way that we have tasks, it's more for long projects or longer projects. And we're using a system that we created. I have also a video about that, and it's called the company tasks. Basically,
we talked about that one a couple weeks ago.
Yeah,
we use something similar based off that.
And that's what we're using for all the tasks that are more than 2-3 minutes. And that works great for us because it's also, when it's more than few minutes, we also need to push it to Zoho Books to charge the clients. And that will be also a system that is integrated with our Zoho Books. So those are the two that we really use the most.
So what's the best way to make sure one of those doesn't get lost in the shuffle?
It can't, because you have reports. So let's say that once a day, again, in my company, for example, Carol, she is the office manager. She's overseeing the operations. So she's basically coming with the baseball bat. And if someone is not taking care of his shit, he's getting the baseball bat in the head. So that's
a Carol is what you're saying.
It is a fun. Look, you can send to unresponsive employees, you can send unlimited reminders and they will ignore you.
Yeah.
There is a limit to how much automations you can have. If I am going, for example, my job is, I am a salesperson. I need to go every morning to the leads tab. I need to check all my today's follow-ups, and I need to follow up one by one. If at the end of the day, I have in my today's follow-up, I have something here, even one record, it means that I failed as an employee. I did not do a good job. So this is as part of my mandate, the stuff that I'm in charge on and being measured on a quarterly basis. This is one of them. Same thing for tasks. If I'm going to the task system, or most people are not relating to what we're doing here because they're not using any of that. But if you have an employee, Exactly. If you have an employee that has activities that the due date is over, which is a simple report to do, that the due date is over, or maybe the meeting is over and there are no notes, anything that is presenting a problem, a manager is supposed to get a report and give the employee the first warning. 3 warnings, you go home. That's it. There is not much you can do with people that are slacking and not doing a good job.
Yeah.
What can you do? Bring 5 people to manage the employee. That's it. Not much.
Okay. Well, that's definitely a fine distinction between the automation and the human interaction of it.
You can also create a small workflow that if, for example, a task, and it might be in the company tasks or in the activities, if the task due date is over by 1 day, so let's say it's 1 day after May 19th, and the status is not completed, then it will report to a manager, or it will just push a Zoho click that will say, Josh, wake up, you have this task. And maybe another workflow that if after 2 days, this task is still not completed, then it goes to a manager.
Yeah.
So those can help in the business.
I think one challenge that isn't directly related to a configuration in Zoho is getting some of the individuals in our organization to embrace Zoho a bit more, which is more philosophical, but getting people on click and things like that has been proven to be sometimes a little difficult.
The adoption is difficult in any case because humans are the only creatures in the world that will grow to the minimum abilities as possible. If you will see a tree, the tree will grow as much as it can because it will grow to the maximum potential. This is why most of the trees from a certain kind are almost the same height or same size based on the years. Humans are okay to be very mediocre and average, very okay with it as long as they don't need to do much, especially in our generation and the time that we live in.
Mm-hmm.
If the people that you're trying to adapt the system to will be part of creating the system together with you, the adoption rate will be much better because they will feel obligated to use it because it's stupid that I was part of the adoption team or creation team and I'm against it. So the trick is to have the people, let's say we implement CRM. We're starting to work with the CRM team. We have, let's say, weekly meetings to collect the needs and to see how it works. So the number one, you will have a better system because you work based on real requirements. Number two, when they start to get version 1, version 2 of the system, and they're playing with it, and you have a session, 1 hour, open your laptop's computer, let's do it right now. Every employee needs to create 5 new leads and progress them to a deal. And how do you feel about the functionality that we created? And you will see people start to use it and be part of it. And people that in a different scenario, which they are not part of the adoption team, will be totally against it and will give you all the stupid reasons in the world why automation is bad for them and the system is bad. They will be your biggest fans because they feel stupid not to promote something that they created.
Yeah.
So with adoption can be tricky as long as if the team is not part of the creation and the idea, it will die. Very difficult to bring people in. You will be in the cycle for years.
So you're saying, don't stop believing.
Push, my friend. There is only one way. Look,
right.
people by default, they don't want to do. People want to be static and passive. Imagine that someone is dropping new stuff on you. You probably reject. I have enough on my plate. I don't need more. Now a new CRM.
It's always the sales reps, but that's where I came from, so I know them well.
Yeah,
Anyway.
sales rep for sure don't want new things.
No, they don't.
Unless they complain and then they're getting the new thing and then they don't want it again. So, but yeah.
You get it. You get the problem. All right, good.
Yes.
I think you got one more or two questions there, but thank you for your help, man. Appreciate it as always.
No problem, my friend. No problem.
Oh, you can hear me?
Yes. How are you, Gary?
Good morning. How are you doing? Great.
Very good. Very good.
Yeah. So, I have just like a teacher would. Let's say you've got a teacher. Let's say as an investment advisor, you have the same folders you're going to have. So whether it's mortgage, investments, insurance, estate, whatever it is, you create a subfolder. You create folders on your computer so that you can store store those documents in there. But you need to do this for every new client.
That is correct.
So what I did was I created the folders in a dummy client, copied and pasted that each time. But then the thing is that as you evolve, right? Let's say you need to sort them by year. So for the last 20 years now, I've got stuff from 1990 up until 2021. So I have to keep adding the year 2021, but I need to add it to everybody at the same time, right? Because even though I may take on client A, a previous client who I haven't talked to yet, I still need to have the 2021 folder in there under their name. So,
yep, you are correct. So the way that it's being solved on Zoho is you have basically a WorkDrive folder that is a folder that is created for each one of the contacts. And the folder will be, for example, Leo or Isaac, or the Isaac family. It's up to you, right? Some people prefer to have it one for a family. And below that, you nest multiple folders: RESP, investment, life insurance, everything that is related to wealth manager.
Right.
Now, inside of them, you can nest also the years. And except that there can be a script that's running on a manual automation, on an automation, that every January 1st, it will create a new year for each one of those folders.
Okay, that's fantastic.
And then you don't need to do it yourself.
Yeah, that saves a lot of time.
Yep, that's all possible.
Great.
Yep, but that's a good point. Yeah, that's a good point. Okay, very good. So guys, thank you very much for being here with me. I wasn't 100% today. I had some neck problem. If you see me with the neck a little bit to the side, so I'm on heavy medications, but I hope I was able to help you today and give you some value. So thank you guys. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.